And welcome everybody back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In the last episode, we ventured through Torvus Bog to head to its temple. We found out what we needed to do in order to access the Dark Temple here in Dark Ether version of Dark Torvus Bog. And we actually came here. And today's episode, we're going to continue onwards through Dark Ether and hopefully find more keys. We gotta find 3 more keys in order to access the Dark Temple and whatnot. And today's episode is also going to be probably one of the most infamous. There is something we're going to be fighting here in a couple minutes. And it's by far one of the least enjoyable bosses in the game by a lot of people. And I know a lot of people have trouble with it. This is one reason why I got that extra energy tank on my run through here. So I really strongly suggest, because this boss is going to be hard, especially if you're playing the GameCube version, because he actually got nerfed in the Wii version. He actually got nerfed in the Wii version. In the GameCube version, however, he's at full force, and he's a force to be reckoned with. And that's why I strongly suggest you get that extra energy tank that we got in Agon Wastes that you didn't have to pick up. That's why I made sure my route got that while I was doing that. So while we're here, we're heading over to it right now. There is a device right here that's actually in flux, in a dimensional flux, with it being on Ether and Dark Ether. So that kind of tells you right now that there is a device here that needs to be activated on Ether in order to activate over here on Dark Ether. But we need to come in here. So let's go through here just like this. And unfortunately, the floor's going to crumble underneath us. Well, that kind of gives you a hint of things to come. We need an ability to cross this gap while it's crumbling away in order to get through it just fine. So there's no surefire way of us coming back now. But if you come in here, there he is. And he boosted away. It looks like he has one of our abilities that was taken away from us. Another guardian. But as you guys can see, there is a temple key right there. It's standing right there. It's right before us. But we won't be able to get this temple key until after we defeat that boss. There's also a dead Luminoth here. Luminoth expired 1.51 decacycles ago. Ing biomana present in subject. Subject was in the final stages of Ing possession when her life signs went critical. Subject's death was fatal to the Ing as well. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the poor Luminoth dying, but at least she took down the Ing with it. So, alright, so as soon as we jump into this half-pipe point, we need to follow where that Ing went. And we're going to come in here. This is the Boost Guardian. Scan him immediately. This guy is a lot of people don't like him. I don't think he's that tough because I played this game I don't know how many times. But I can definitely see why people gave him trouble. He gave me trouble when I first played. The Boost Ball ability grants great speed for the enemy. Target can be only damaged in solid form. Find a way to keep it solid. This Warrior Ing has absorbed the power of your Boost Ball. It can boost blast towards the enemy using its body as a potent weapon. When it is not in solid form, engaging it in Morph Ball mode may provide better attack opportunities. I will talk about how bad this guy is. His damage output is ridiculous. And not only that, as you guys can plainly see, there are no save zones during this fight. The best way I can really talk about is launch a couple super missiles at him. His super missiles are probably the best thing to take him out. I've already got his health halfway down right here. He's going to get into his solid form, and he's going to start shooting around while he's in Boost Ball mode. A lot of people would probably suggest you get in Boost and Morph Ball as well. No, this is actually more deadly ability whatsoever. Whenever he crashes into something, he's going to get into his puddle form. When he's in his puddle form, the only way we're going to get him out of it is by pretty much just laying bombs while he's in the puddle. When he comes back into the boost ball, just simply double jump over in the air. That avoids a lot of damage that he puts out. So whenever he goes back into the puddle form, simply just get out. Yeah, get out of the ball form. When he gets back into the ball form, get out of your ball form, and then just double jump out of him. He does crash some of these pillars down here, and whenever it does break, he will reveal an ultra energy, which heals you up by a whole energy tank. That's why I suggested you get a whole new energy tank during my route here, because it really does help out having more health for this. And especially if you're playing the GameCube version. If you do enough damage to him while he's in his puddle form, he'll become solid again. And he'll come over here and just swipe you. And he does like half an energy tank off of that too. It's ridiculous. But you just have to wait for him. Ignore the inglets. The inglets are annoying, I know, but don't give them any attention. They're not worth it. But if you keep super missiling him, he will go down eventually. And he's about ready to go in his puddle again. But actually, don't get in the ball. Follow your own advice, Matthew. Alright. Whenever he's boosted around, just double jump over it. I find this strategy a lot more easier to take him out more than anything. And like I said, you do not have any save zones whenever you're fighting this guy. I know the inglets are annoying. Just ignore them. Sometimes he'll just flat out kill one of them just by running into him with his boost ball. So, just keep that in mind. He's going to charge up 3 times, and then he's going to go into his puddle form like this, yeah. And he's going to chase you, and it does a lot of damage. See, look, I'm already 2 energy tanks down. So, this fight is not pretty. I promise you that. And I understand why people had trouble with him. Ow! Yeah, why they had trouble with him. It's not pretty. Alright. Jump up. Yeah. Jump up again. You just have to jump over him. That's pretty much it. The best strategy I found that works for me. He's going to go in his puddle, drop the bombs, become solid again. 1 super missile should do it. 1 super missile should be able to do it. He's going to try to possess me again. Okay. Alright, and boom! There we go. Took care of him. Boost Guardians destroyed. Now, I tried really hard to make this fight as easier for newcomers as possible. I died, I don't know how many times when I first played this game to this guy. This guy is a pain in the rear end. There's another boss that's like this too. And it's mostly just because damage output. They reduced the damage output in the Wii version, so that way he doesn't do as much damage as he can. But he does drop the boost ball whenever you defeat him. And there we go. We defeated probably one of the most infamous bosses in this game. Oh my goodness. I've heard horror stories of people getting actually stonewalled in this game to this guy. But I actually kind of just went over that. Boost Ball. Boost Ball is an interesting ability. What it does is if you hold the B button, Samus will gather energy in her morph ball form. And then she can kind of boost around in it whenever you let go of it. See, I just broke that last pillar that he didn't break. But this is a very useful ability because what it does is it allows us, we can use the boost ball to gain momentum on a half pipe. So we can start like skater boying all up this half pipe here. So that's how we're actually going to get this Dark Temple key right here. There we go. That's one of the 3 keys needed for the Dark Temple on Dark Aether. But I really hope I help anybody try to get through this boss, because I promise you, I've had trouble fighting the Boost Guardian when I was younger. The Boost Guardian has not aged well as a boss fight. It's hard. I understand that. I almost got through that. But, yeah, this part right here, in order to get back, we need to use the boost ball in order to get through it. So let's charge up by holding B button, and then just boost across that crumbling wall, crumbling floor right there. But yeah, like Boost Guardian, I've heard numerous scary stories of people actually getting stonewalled, and I understand why. Because one, that's the first boss fight out of like a couple that they don't even give you save zones so you can just not take damage throughout the fight. So unfortunately, you're taking damage throughout that boss fight. So it's not fun. I completely understand. I'm just going to replenish my health here because that's one thing I didn't mention is in the save rooms, no matter what save room it is, you're getting healed. So I'm taking that chance because that boost guardian actually did a number on me. So, alright, we need to actually backtrack because now that we have the boost ball, we need to actually go back and get another ability. But the thing is, though, that ability is not on Dark Torvus Bog. It is actually on the temple grounds. So we need to actually head back to the temple grounds in order to get it. So we're going to make our way back to the temple grounds to get that ability because we're not going to progress any further without it. We got one key, one out of the 3 keys, but we need more abilities in order to gain the other 2. So that's our little excursion into Dark Torvus Bog for you. Alright. But yeah, like Boost Guardian and one other boss is probably the most annoying to deal with. Before we do anything, let's actually use this half pipe with the boost ball here. So you just, while you're coming down the half pipe, just boost alongside to kind of gain momentum to go up the half pipe. But as soon as you do that, we're going to come up to the upper portion of this room right here. We'll blow up the boxes here, and then we're going to go back all the way around. We're going to take a scenic route. We're not going to go the way we came in. We're going to go into another room because, well, there's something in here. It's only in this room that we need to scan. And it's like the only time I've ever seen this enemy in here. This enemy right here, this is a crocus. It's like a frog. He's only vulnerable on his back when his gills are exposed. They don't really do very much damage to you, but like when they expose their gills like that, that's the only time you're gonna actually hurt them. Like so, there we go. Crocuses I don't think they hurt you very much. They're like docile enemies. So I kind of feel bad killing them in a way. Because they're not doing anything. They're just in the way, if anything. Like this guy. This guy's in the way. But this is the only room I think that these guys are in the entire game. So you want to kind of come up here if you're trying to get the scan for them. So, anyways, we come up here and we're back at the Forgotten Bridge. There is a couple things that we need to get here. One thing is we need to come out here. We need to scan this. This is for our logbook. This is for the research. This is a spinner. This is a device that activates once we activate Boost Ball on it. So just roll into it and start activating Boost Ball on it. And it'll lower the gate. And that actually lowers the gate on Dark Ether as well, because remember, that was that device that was in Dimensional Flux. Before we leave, though, I'd like to get one thing. Yeah, it's out of the way, but I want to get it. If you come in here, this is kind of like the variant of the room where the Boost Guardian was in. But this one's a little bit more complex. What we want to do here is we want to activate these bomb slots up here. So as soon as we activate this bomb slot, that device is going to turn, and it's going to go into place here. So we need to do that with this other device, because this leads to another room that has a expansion that I need to get. Actually, hold on just a second, guys. Alright, we're back, guys. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, let's come up here and we're going to activate this last bomb slot right here. This is actually kind of a neat little trivia here. You don't actually need to... I don't know if it's like this in this game. I know it's definitely like this in the first game. But you don't necessarily have to be in the bomb slot in order to activate a bomb to activate the mechanism. No, it's not like that. As long as the bomb's near the machine, it activates. So, anyways, we're wanting to lead up now that we've done that. We need to lead up here. Now that both the mechanisms are down, it'll lead us to this hole right here. And as soon as we come in here, this will lead us to a half pipe. Now, this half pipe can be a blessing or a curse. This half pipe can interrupt your momentum while you're trying to do this, or or it'll can go smoothly like it's going right now. Sometimes that half pipe, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird how they make that. But in the half pipe, there's a missile expansion here. I kind of wanted to pick this up before I left. Because as soon as you come in here, yeah, see, like, you can lose all momentum because of this little platform right here. This little segment here. You can lose it all whenever you're doing that half pipe. But, anyways, I just wanted to grab that expansion before we went too far. We're going to be coming back to this room later because, as of right now, yeah, there's Dark Commandos. I should have guessed. There's Dark Commandos in every freaking room, it seemed like. Alright, so, yeah, there he is. Missile. Where's the other one? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Ah! Okay, hit him with this. There we go. Alright, so this room is Torvus's Plaza. We're not going to be able to do anything in this room until we get another ability, which we won't get for a long time. We can half-pipe our way up here, but there's a magnetic track up there, and I won't be able to get that until... Ow. Until much later in the game, until ow. But yeah, we won't be able to gain access to that until much later, because I don't have the ability to stick to magnetic rails. So, just keeping this room in mind. We're going to be coming back to Torvus Bog later in the game, so... Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to grab that expansion because I can. So. Alright, we're going to go through here. And we're actually going to leave this area. Now, like, as the game intended. So, we're back here. And we're back into this room. Now we're going to start making our trek back to the temple grounds. Because, well, the next ability... is actually in the temple grounds, so we won't be able to do anything here until we get that ability. Actually, the hint system, I never even talked about the hint system, even though I had an episode in the last game of this, when I was doing an LP of the first game, where the hint system got stuck. Okay, yeah, I would never forget that episode. That was one of my favorite episodes of that LP. Yeah, the hint system, I haven't really had the hint system come up in a while, because I've been doing it so fast that it hadn't had a chance to. If you get stuck in any point on the way going through here, and I know, like, I'm doing a 100% walkthrough, and I know that it helps. It doesn't come up as frequent because I'm doing it so fast because I know where to go. But if you're playing this game, you don't know where to go. Like, for instance, you don't know that you have to go back to Temple Grounds for this. After about, I don't know how long, after about, I'd say about 10 minutes of total game time, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, after a certain number of minutes, a hint system will come up. And it'll kind of nudge you in the right direction. It'll come up and it'll bring up the map and take you to a room on that map where it'll say, look, just investigate this area. And you're like, okay, well, I'll go do that then. But now we're back here at Temple Grounds. We need to go back to this room here, the meeting grounds. Because there is a special item, now that we have the super missile, we can actually go through that door. Yeah, see, we have the super missile, so we can actually open this door now. So, let's go ahead and do that. This leads back to the Hall of Eyes. Well, we're gonna ignore those insects. But what this actually does is, you come back down this way. We can actually go through the green doors now. We've seen green doors a lot through our adventure so far in Temple Grounds. And now we have access to those weapons, these doors here. Actually, I should mention this. There's a half pipe here. Let's go, since we have Boost Ball, let's go ahead and try it out. And actually, this is kind of one of those teaching mechanics don't do what I do. I do that all the time. You should just nudge your way onto the platform, then let go. But since the speedrunner in me wants to do it really quick, I just get out and warp ball while I'm in the air still. I'm just a dummy. We want to come up this half pipe, and we want to go through... actually, where does this go? Oh, no, I don't want to go... Do I? No, not yet. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this just yet. I'm looking at my timer right now. I probably should save this for next episode. Just know that we gotta come back into this room later. I'm looking at this time period. I know I could just make a really long episode, but I'd rather not. I'd like to leave things up to interpretation in each episode. So, we need to actually go through this green door here. And we'll come through this room. And then we're just gonna come up this way. If you want to go the half pipe, you can. I'm showing you something else. We could get dumped into this room, and there's Luminauts everywhere, and I don't like these bugs, because these bugs like to phase in and out of existence. But this leads to this room over here. Now, here's the thing. You want to come through this room, but you'll notice that there's a purple door leading to this area. There's a dead Luminoth here, too. It says, Luminoth expired 3.3 decacycles ago. Scans indicate that this Luminoth perished due to lack of nourishment. She remained here at her post despite the fact that she was starving to death. Now, that is some dedication. I gotta tell you, that is some dedication right there. That is ridiculous. Alright, scan the purple door. I didn't really get a chance to. There's a blast shield on the door blocking access, and analysis indicate that there is a blast shield that's powered by 5 energy pods nearby. Destroy all 5 pods at once to remove the blast shield. So you have to hit all the blast pods at once in order to open up that door. All 5 of them at once. You don't have an ability to do that. But there is a way to get to that room without going through the purple door. And actually, see, like I mentioned, the bugs, I just randomly shot in the direction I actually hit them. But, yeah. You can go through the half pipe in that one other room. That leads to the room that we needed to go in. But there's a complicated puzzle, and it's already running a long time on this part already. But we want to come in here, and we return back to the landing site. This is where our ship is. But in here, there's a Luminoth here. That is another one of those Testament Luminoths for the Keybear Wars. This is M-Day's Testament. So be sure to grab him while you're here on the landing site. Actually, I think you could scan Samus's jump. Yeah. You're back here at the landing site. So we can actually jump on our ship and save our game for right now. And I think I'm going to actually end the episode here, because I was thinking about, like, oh, I could get the other upgrade right now. I was like, no, I'm kind of already running a little bit more in this episode, because there's actually a complicated puzzle I have to get in that room. So, next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2, we're actually going to go and do that puzzle and get the new upgrade that I mentioned earlier. So, with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.